Good morning, everybody. Lisa here in your Immunity Kitchen, and I have a couple of guests. My two nephews, Alex and Charlie, and they're going to help me today while we make some amazing snacks for you to give to your children to go to school, but also for you to take to work as well. So, firstly, we're actually going down the sweet line today, but just to talk about some of the savoury ideas that you can use. And that is beautiful hummus, easy to make, you know, chopping up carrots into sticks. My daughter loves, she just actually takes carrot sticks with her to school and has them for morning tea. Cherry tomatoes, which are in season at the moment in Australia. So great cherry tomatoes. They're actually really nice dipped in hummus as well and taking a really big bite. So celery, which we've already run out of in this house. And lots of other different things that are really lovely savoury snacks. Now, what I've got here is we're going to make some bliss balls, and we are making some chocolate brownies, which have a little bit of a twist, which you'll see in the end. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make the bliss balls. So Charlie here can roll them in coconut. So here we go. All right, Alex, if you could put the cashews just into here for me. Good boy. So we've weighed everything out and measured it all. Okay, so we might actually give those a little bit of a whiz. So you can put it all in at once, or you can whiz it about a bit separately. I just find sometimes if you break the cashews down, depending on how fine you want them, it just combines a little bit better. So we're just going to make a little bit of noise for a second. Okay, a bit more. All right, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah. Okie dokie. So there we have our dates. So we've pitted those, and we're going to pop those in. Oh, oh, nearly missed one. All right, and we've got a little bit of vanilla here. So here we go. You can use that and put that in. So this is something that your children can get involved in as well. So, and it doesn't matter how young or old they are, you know. My youngest now is 16, and she still gets in and gives me a hand, or she makes them herself. So it's always good to make your kids independent, especially when it comes to cooking good food. So they are so reliant these days on so much junk food. To be able to know that they can, you know, zoom something up really quickly and that's tasty, and you know that they enjoy is really, really important. Got it?
Yeah.
All done? All right. So, okay, that's fine done. Well done. Thank you. We can just put it in there. There we go. All right, so we're just going to whiz this up and get it ready for Mr. Charlie here. Just turn that. No, we'll have a little bit more. We may even put just a little bit more vanilla in there just to give it a little bit more. So what we do is this goes that way. Okay, can you lift it off for me? Thank you. Thanks. We're just a little bit towards the end of my things at the moment. Oops, look at that, you can eat that. Yum. Nothing like a good bit of vanilla. Got it? That's it, nearly. That's it. Perfect. Well done. Okay, so we're giving another whiz up. Now what I like to do is the dates actually, they go to a point where they start to get that moisture, the cashews start to release the oils, and everything just comes together. Okay, so it might take a little bit, so don't worry if it's not coming together straight away. It's starting to come together as a ball. Alright, nearly there. It's all coming together as a ball, and there we are. Did you see that? That just completely came together as a ball then. Alright, so Actually, what we might do, Charlie, is we might put this here and I'll put that in here. Okay. Tomatoes there. And get this out. Oh, there we go. See, this has already come together like that as a ball, so we're all ready. And then there's a few extra bits in here. Yum, yum, hey boys? All right. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a rinse. I don't tend to worry too much. I'll just get the bit of nuts out there because it's all natural, and this is the thing. So it's really, if you toss that on, just throw your ingredients in for your brownies, it wouldn't make any difference. All right. Actually, I'm just going to leave it, to be very honest. There's nothing really there. I'm just going to put it back on. I'm not going to worry. All right, so Charlie. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get a little bit. We're going to roll it like this. Okay. Then we're going to pop it in the coconut. All right, and then we're going to put it there. But I think Alex might need that one. And would you like one now too? You've got to try it out, haven't you? It's very important to try things out when you're a chef. Got to make sure that you're giving everybody what you would like to have. There we go. That's yours, Charlie. What? And down. You can pick it up. It's fine. The sink's clean. All right. So if you can do that once you've finished eating that, that will be good. All right. I've just rinsed my hands. Nice, Alex? Good, good, good. All right, so now we're going to make the chocolate brownies. Just put that there. So all right. So first of all, we're going to throw our tin of chickpeas in. Now, if you want to soak if you want to soak those and cook them, that's fine. I just find it's convenient just to use tins of chickpeas. I have both, so it just depends. Now, these are actually really, really good because they are full of protein. And the good thing about, it's a bit, maybe I'm not, give it 2 seconds. The good thing about using things like chickpeas and any sort of legumes, when you're doing anything sweet, it actually helps stabilize the sugar that's in it. So we're not using processed sugar, we're using maple syrup, but it doesn't matter, it is still a type of sugar. So by having those chickpeas in there, and we've got to have a little bit of almond meal, that sort of thing, it will help stabilize everything. So you're not going to have a sugar high, or your kids are not going to have a sugar high when they eat something like this. So, because it's got so much protein in it, which is fantastic. All right, we're going to whip up those chickpeas first and just get them a little bit broken up. I just find it makes a smoother mixture then when you do that. All right, ready, Alex? Okay, so you can be really cautious and put that some maple syrup. We'll do it together maybe. Okay, and tip it straight in. That's it. And we might like to use a spatula. I think we need to get all of that out, don't you? Yeah. All right, so then we have the cashew butter. So we're going to pop that in. All right, hang on. Try and keep it away from the blade when you do it, because anything that's on top of the blade doesn't get mixed in. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, I'll just grab it from you so I can get the rest of it out. Ah, you got an added bonus, did you? All right, so that's the cashew butter. Now we've got a little bit of, now you can use coconut oil or you can use some sort of butter, Nuttelex, something like that. And then we've got a bit of vanilla that goes in. Now we're going to give that a bit of a whiz first. Then we're going to add the other things in. brush down. Charlie, are you making those balls for me? Can you do that? Can you do that for me? You know what you're doing? Don't worry, just roll it into a ball. Grab it, roll it into a ball. And then just throw it in there and roll it around the coconut. Okay, and then you pop it on the plate. Alright, so we'll just give this another whiz. That's looking smooth enough, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to add the rest in. So the chocolate bits we're going to stir in. Yeah, that's beautiful, honey. Okay, so now we're putting in the almond meal. So I think if you can't get it out, you just need to use a spoon. Sorry, I've got sticky hands. Then we've got the bicarb, and so all of this is in my cookbook, okay? These recipes are all in your Immunity Kitchen cookbook. They are easy to do, so simple to make, and once your kids have been making them a couple of times, they'll be able to get on with it themselves. Some cacao powder, just throw that in, good boy. Just give it a bang on the side of the, so what you do, yeah, that's it, good boy. Well done. Okay, so, and don't forget the salt. I do it quite often because, especially when I put it in a container like this, you can't see, it looks white. And so I leave it out so many times, and it actually brings the flavour out in the slice, in that brownie. So if you could just pop that little bit of salt in there for me. Beautiful. Now, we've got to put them in after, because if you put them in the processor, what happens is it chops them into a million pieces, and we like to have little bits of chocolate through it. So we're going to do it separately. All right, so press on, and the chocolate begins. It's all going brown now. It's amazing how you can get something so tasty and people don't realise without processed sugar. Alright, stop for a minute. I'm going to pull it this way a bit, and I'm going to get in here. There we go. Just in case there's any dry ingredients on the side, we need to make sure it's all in, okay? That's looking really good. Really good. Okay. Alright, so we've got our choc bits here, so we're going to put them in now. So we'll pull this out. It's a bit cantankerous, this thing, isn't it? My sister-in-law is laughing in the background here. Hey, we got it. Alright, so is there a major hole here? Oh, there is. So we're going to have to be really cautious because this one has a hole in the middle when we put our choc bits in. So I use vegan chocolate bits. If you can do dairy-free, it is always better. Better for your kids' gut, especially when you're putting so many other wonderful things in there. All right, so we're going to pop in the choc bits. That looks good, doesn't it, Alex? All right, and we're going to very slowly and carefully just mix this through. Could you get behind me is the tin we're going to put it in. So you can do it any way you like. You can make it in a loaf tin and you can cut it into smaller pieces. I have this tin which actually makes bars, of which I then chop in half because they are quite large. And no matter what, it doesn't matter if it's a good sweet or not, it's still good to not have this as, lots and lots at one time. It's good to actually portion control a little bit, especially because I've got chocky in it. All right, so we got two here. How you going there, Charlie? You're doing a good job.
It's sticky.
It is sticky, yes. But sticky's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I have buttered this. You can do whatever you like. You can oil it. When you're doing separate bars, it's a bit difficult to put your baking paper in. So I just do it that way. It comes out a treat. All right. And so what we're doing is we're just going to, I would give it to you to do normally, Alex, but I'm going to do it now because it might take you a little bit longer and we're on camera. Okay. All right, so we're just going to get this in. Now I do about half because it's got chickpeas. It's got a fair amount of rising agent in it, but because it's got chickpeas and almond meal in it, they don't overly rise. They do rise, but they don't. You know, they're not going to go like a normal cake that's made of flour.
Can I wash my hands?
Sure, darling, you can. Okay, so yeah, I put about 2 tablespoons in each one, and I probably won't. We may not do a whole lot. I think it's about 6 really. You could do them if you've got a round form or a round tin with muffins. You could actually do it in a muffin tin too and make them round brownies. So it just depends. But you know, it's fun for the kids. It's great for them to understand, you know, that you can eat healthily even when you are having a treat or you're doing something that's sweet. You know, this you can't go wrong. You know, you've got cashew butter in here, so you've got nuts, as you've got almond meal as well. You've got chickpeas. You know, there's just so much goodness in here. And you know, they're really going to enjoy because, you know, most kids love chocolate. I have met a couple that don't, but most do. So now if you wanted to, you could sprinkle some more chocolates on top, but I'm not going to bother today. Today I put them in, sometimes I put them on top, just depends. All right, so we're going to pop that in at 180 for at least half an hour, and then they will come out, and I'll pop a photo up on the Facebook page, and we'll take a photo of Charlie's bliss balls when we're done. So, you know, these are the simple things that you can find in my Your Immunity Kitchen cookbook, and it's just great to be able to have lovely healthy things that you and your family can enjoy. So, you know, have an amazing day. You know, it's us signing out from our family to yours. I'll talk to you really soon. Take care. Bye.